The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Mustangs will kick it away first. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give on the inside. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of...
Fires and picked off.
Intercepted by SMU. And they'll take over first and 10.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which
Going for it all. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Sooner offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Now on second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Got it in the middle. It's Ramsey. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Looking down the middle. Fires Here's the pass. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the Mustangs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. The corners are walked up tight. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply did not.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
Finds a man on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll go back to the ground. Got some room, made it to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooner! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry up. Handoff from the gun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Smashes through. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He chucks one out to the right. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be checked down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back. He's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He'll take it on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Fast motion from the offense. To throw, it's Hawkins. He finds his man. They make the stop, and this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there. Down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly complete. Stopped after making the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Looking to pass on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. You can probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield is Hawkins. Working a big fella to the corner. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Sooners want to move quickly. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense, because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to run for it. And the Mustangs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Offense in the hurry up. Going up top on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
On second down, looking again to throw. Got his man quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. Touchdown, SMU! And once he got loose, it was all over. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Sooners ready to go on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They're trying to get to it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He'll throw one to his right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you've got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Reels it in down the left side. Touchdown Mustangs! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Sooners will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the 1st half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Tackled after picking up the first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Floating away. He's going to run it. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Snap it to the back. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Mayo. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And the Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, SMU 28, Oklahoma 14.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Give him 6. Touchdown, SMU.
SMU, number 4.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The kicker is on for the extra
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're just about ready to kick it away.
35, Oklahoma 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He's going to fire deep. Snags it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's right on target. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Buys a little time. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They're going to throw it again. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown Sooners!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down, and much more really good execution by this offense. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Off the play fake on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Now the play fake. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown Mustangs. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Houston is on a tear right now. Almost reminds me of the days of the old run-and-shoot offense there at U of H. They're up by 25 over Georgia Southern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Shoots it to the left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires a bullet to the right. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.